Hey guys, and welcome to a problem. I need to do some practice for Nightreign. I want to do some more interesting runs of Elden Ring with some weapons that I haven't tried yet, and I still want to make build guides that you guys can follow along with. Couldn't really think of any solutions to this problem, so welcome to a standard build guide with the ring finger. This is a really good somber weapon you can grab straight away on any build. To get started, follow my standard setup guide to grab all the early Sombra upgrades. For some runes, head to Lena's Rise in Caelid to cheese the Knight's Cavalry. This might actually work. Jump onto the bridge and quit out next to this hole in the wall. When you load back in, the cavalry will jump at you and yeet himself off. Yes! Then to Fort Fareth to kill Grail with the Morning Star and the Bleed Grease. We're going to do an early faith setup on this run, so first to the Church of Pilgrimage to jump down the cliffs for the faith tier. Then to Fort Gale for Flame Grant Me Strength. And finally up to Mount Gelmir for Golden Vow. Now, since the DLC's release, there is one item that I would add to my setup route if I made it again, and that's Assassin's Gambit. So head to the Warmaster's Shack and kill Banar. Then join Volcano Manor before turning in his bell bearing at the round table to buy it. Oh god, no! Now to grab the finger. Ride around Mount Gelmir through the Hermit Village to reach the Gelmir hero's grave. Stick Bloodhound Step on the flail and run into the alcoves with the first two skeletons. Then down to the next one with the skeleton archer. This is pretty safe and doable even at RL1. Right mate, I need you to be calm. When you get to the lava section, scooch through with Bloodhound Step and down to the bottom to grab our weapon for the run. If you need any runes to upgrade, head to the Divine Tower in Caelid and round the back for the Newman's rune. Now the ring finger has a very low weight, meaning we can go for a blue Dancer Charm setup. So head into the High Road Cave in Limgrave to kill the Golem. Here you'll start to discover just how good the weapon's Ash of War is. Now to grab a parry shield for Margit. There's two available, either from the Mistwood Merchant or the Bellum Church Merchant. Parry strats for Margit as always. A single riposte will get him down to phase 2, where you'll have to watch out for the extra hammer attacks. One more weapon up will end the fight. Run through Stormvale, dodging all the arrows perfectly. Oh, please work. Yes! Come on! Godric, as usual, is a fairly simple fight, with plenty of room for charges and weapon arts to delete his health bar very quickly. Then we head to Volcano Manor to kill Noble for the Dagger Talisman and Somber 7. Oh fuck. Run through the manor, unlocking the stone sword key gate and jumping down for the dagger talisman, then all the way down to the bottom for the Somber 7. I hate birds so much. With a +9 finger, it's now time for Radahn. As always, the key to this fight is choosing the right attacks to punish with charges to build stagger. Despite his high posture, if you're aggressive enough, you will get a stagger towards the end of the fight. Now at this point we can grab enough faith for our buffs, so since we can now ditch the faith tier, and with another talisman slot now open, we can fill both with the bonky combo of joy from the Mistwood. Now you may be wondering why on a build with such a great Ash of War, I haven't already grabbed the Jar Shard on this run. And the reason is a combination of the DPS from standard attacks being so good, and the fact that for bosses and enemies that this Ash of War is really good for, the actual damage output of it really doesn't matter that much, as they're not going to get a chance to fight back anyway. For Godfrey, as always, just going for R1s is the safest bet if you're not super familiar with the moveset. If you're comfortable with it though, there's plenty of room for charges to build posture damage. Now for Morgott. And this fight is a great example of why I just love the hammer class. You can happily swing away for great damage with R1s, and you'll always be surprised by the amount of posture damage you deal while doing so. To get some great talismans, I wanted to open up the DLC, so I headed to Castle Sol for Commander Nile, where the finger once again worked very well for beating the commander and his soldiers. Okay, this is actually quite scary. Grab both halves of the Haligtree medallion, then ride through the snowfields to Ordina Town. To access Mogwyn's palace, ride southwest to the teleporter, and jump onto this ledge to cheese the invader. Hello? Onsen? Right, you're not going to come down here, are you? Alternatively, you can fight the invader. Alright. Fuck. The other way of accessing the palace is by following Vare's questline and using the Pure Blood Knight's medal. Run through the area to the boss. Fucking fabulous. You do not see me, you do. Why does there have to be one of these things here? I have to kill it. That's the only way I'm getting through here. Come on. Yes! No! How did you practice for Nightreign fishing? Well, you know, I went on a 3-hour side quest to make a stupid bow build so I could kill a pest to get into Mogwin's palace so I could finish this stupid fucking randomizer. How about you? Did you do anything fun? Now to kill Mohg to access the DLC. You could easily do this a lot earlier with this weapon if you have a fair grasp of Mohg's moveset. When you get to the DLC, follow my standard setup guide for the early fragments. Hello chaps. Now, which one of you has the fragment? It's got to be the golem. Luckily, he's only got about 40,000 health. After all that, it's going to be you, isn't it? Yes, it was the slug. Of course it was the fucking slug. When you're done, head into the Templetown ruins for the two-handed sword talisman. The other really good DLC talisman you want to pick up is the Blade of Mercy from the Scorched ruins at the start. To get more fragments, you can head up to the Shadowkeep back gate for Commander Gaius. Then to the ancient ruins of Rao for an extra 3. The golem's going to have it this time, I believe. Get in. Now I decided to go round and clean up some of the earlier DLC bosses for extra runes, starting with Ancient Dragon Man. Then down to the Fisher Depths for Putrescent Knight. How does this game know? Even when it's randomized, it still puts the most spiteful shit in this area. Then to the Scadutree avatar. I've been practicing this fight a bit in the build up to Nightreign, and the simplest strat for the uninitiated is just to constantly beeline the back right foot. It keeps you out of the way of all the worst attacks, with only a couple of less dangerous ones that you need to look out for. Now it was time to head down into the woods for Midra. Right, this area is actually going to be fine because it's literally impossible for it to be worse than the standard game. You're shitting me. When I made it out, I found that Jory's summons seemed to have been hitting the gym. And the Midra fight was even more fiery than usual. I had a feeling that Bale wasn't going to be quite as cinematic as usual on this run, and how wrong I was about that. For Fire Giant, the Ringed Finger is really good in phase 1 for dealing good damage to the foot and even getting you staggers if you're aggressive enough. In phase 2, as always, you want to stay in front of him, wait for him to do something, then punish either the hand or the leg when you get an opportunity. After bullying Godskin Duo with the usual parry strats, and with our strength now up to a sensible level, heading back to Caelid to grab the Stone Barb tier, it was time for Malekith. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't actually see anything that's happening on my screen. It's just pitch black and blinding white. Oh, please don't be Gideon. Alright, I think I would have preferred Gideon. Oh, this is so scary. I don't want to fight Consort again. Oh! Yeah. Yes! Easy, boss. Gideon, like all other small humanoids, just gets absolutely wrecked by the weapon art here. If you were going to grab the jar shard, fights like this are where I would use it for safety. Godfrey proved another example of how good the weapon's Ash of War is. And strangely, Horaloo was a really good parry fight. Radagon was Margit and Limgrave Sentinel is the final boss of the game. Oh fuck, it's Elden Gary. The most dangerous Gary of all. After finishing the base game, it was time to head to the Haligtree for Melania. As always, the key to this fight is parrying. Now to finish the DLC. I think it's probably safer to approach Romina without parries, but it's actually really fun to use them on this fight. Now it's time for one of the best and most difficult bosses in the game. Messmer is an incredibly difficult boss. His lightning quick combos combined with devastating damage, even at high level, make this one of the toughest fights in the game. He's also really hard to parry, with only a couple of attacks in his moveset actually being parryable. I've got a lot of requests for a Mesmer parry guide, but as you can see here, trying to parry these absolutely insane swings is so much more grief than just trying to fight him normally. This was nearly a run ender, but after many attempts, I did finally get him. How many fucking tree sentinels are there in this game? After 20 minutes of absolute pain doing the ladder fight, it was time for consort. So I'll be honest, I made a build guide for the ring finger a couple of weeks back, but when it came to writing the script, I scrapped the video, because I think it might have been the most boring run I've ever done. Almost every fight was done on the first try, and nothing funny or interesting happened. And that's because of how good this thing is. Whether it's R1 spamming, Axe Talisman charges, Jar Shard Ash of War spam, this weapon is brilliant. I know Bloodhound's Fang is the one that gets recommended to newer players all the time, but I'd add the ring finger alongside Rosas' axe as another completely perfect weapon for anyone learning the game. And I know what you're thinking. Fishy, you're not going to end the run without getting the Curseblade Mirror summon from the Bonnie Jail, are you? And no, of course I'm not. Thanks for watching.